can't start. I'm laughing already.
Yeah, hang on, give me glasses. Oh, I'm here.
I've completely forgotten that I'd hijacked the shelves for some filming I was doing.
Yeah,
And
so we have a brain and a cat and some strange coloured test tubes. And Manky was upstairs, so I had to go and fetch him, and Karen said, you have 7 seconds.
So Phil ran like mad and got back just in time.
So, but we are here, and you are here, and there are 32 people here.
Lovely, thank you for all for joining us on this Saturday night. And first in was Ed Creative, well done Ed.
Yes.
Second place, Lexi B, Lexi's Larks and Crafts. And in third place was Ed Creative. You can't have a third place again. Stop it. So in third place was Bonnie Tyler Fan 34, well done. Oh, just pipped to the post by Jen W. So, well done. First
Very
people on
good.
the podium tonight. And then, I sometimes I'm here and I can have a little look and see what's going on while I'm waiting for the end of the music. And I completely missed your chat. If there's anything really exciting going on, let me know. Now, Catherine says, hello everyone. Well, Caroline has the giggles already.
Yeah. Ed was interested in the name of the music, but the problem is it's 10 minutes long, so I don't know which bit of music he was interested in.
A bit more specific. Let us know. I'll see if I can find out. I don't know if I can because I made that... what do you call it, introduction a while ago now. So I'll see if I can remember it.
Now, in case we both forget, because we are somewhat forgetful these days, aren't we, dear? And previously, I was always forgetful. Now, I can say we are forgetful, because Caroline has now caught up with me.
I have.
In the League of Forgetful.
I think I'm worse, something like a boot.
Not quite caught up, but she's close on my heels.
For anybody who doesn't know, don't panic. I'm not going to get into dementia or anything. It's just my mini stroke. My brain is fried.
Karen had a mini stroke here last Christmas, and it's really, it's quite disturbing not to have the wife I can totally rely on to remember everything. But before I forget,
quick,
we will. This live show is the last live show for a couple of weeks because we will not be in the country next weekend. Or the weekend after. So just for you to know, but we're going to try and create videos and put them out as premieres and be in the chat from France when we run the premieres. So we will be with you on the Friday night 9 o'clock in the chat, all things being equal, internet, etc. But the live shows won't be happening because we will be live, but we won't be on YouTube.
No.
We'll be living it up.
Yes, and the thing is, where we're going... Oh, we're going to France and I'm so excited. But where we're going, the internet is barely alive. It's really bad. You can just about manage to reply to comments in like a live chat, but there is no way. If we could possibly go live, we go live from over in France. That would be a lot of fun, especially outside our caravan. Indeed. And you can see everything behind. But it's not going to happen. No,
so we just wanted to say that at the beginning. We'll try and remember to say it at the end, but if we say it right at the beginning, then anybody who's watching on the catch-up or anything then gets the message straight away. So just for you to know, folks, we won't be here for 2 Saturdays simply because we won't be here. No. But we are hoping to put out 2 videos so that we can...
On the Fridays.
On the Fridays, they'll be set up before we go, so you'll see the notifications quite early.
We say this very confidently. We haven't filmed them yet. We're going away on Thursday.
Yeah.
So we've got to film them and edit them, plus all the other things. So
and I've got 4 services to arrange before I go.
As usual, we're hopelessly overcommitted.
Yes, but we hope to get videos out, and if they are, then we'll be in the chat. So there we go. That's the information bit done. That's the information bit done. Right,
so just saying, Christina said, so beautiful here, Caroline. Thank you. I'm getting used to it now. Didn't like it at first, but I'm getting used to it now. And Phyllis, where's Phyllis gone, said, oh, this chat jumps about so quickly. Cute outfit, Caroline, and your outfit is cute too, Phil. So there we go.
There we go. There we go.
It's both the cute.
You know, I'm back
it's not actually burgundy, but it looks black on there. Go put your arm close to the camera, we can see my little style icon.
There we go. I'm back in jumpers because the weather is so funny because it's hot, cold, but we do have a very warm spell coming across the UK for the next 5 days. So it looks like sunshine all the way. I was checking earlier on, there's sunshine up in Scotland, in St Andrews, where my brother lives. There's sunshine here in Wales, where we live. Looks like we're getting a bit of sunshine, and the forecast has changed where we're going because where we're going in France, they have said it will be 34 degrees centigrade and full sunshine on the day we arrive, which is 10 degrees warmer than they are forecasting for you in Wales.
Yep.
So, should be interesting.
Terrible.
And of course, that first weekend, we hope to hit the Brocantes and get out and see the sights.
And we're hoping to get some videos made when we're over there, so a little bit of France.
So hopefully, we'll be able to share France with it when we get back.
If you're missing us and you can't live without us, then I suppose you can't. I don't think there's anybody out there who can't. If you fancy watching some Let's Go With It, some Johnsons, then there's quite a backlog of live shows now, but also there are some videos out from when we went to France last time and the time before, I think. The one of us in the caves is quite good. When Phil decides to go down a hole, we had no idea where he went.
Oh yeah.
Found himself in some caves.
We've had some interesting times in France.
Yes, we've had the bells. Did you remember the bells? We were trying to do a piece to camera outside the cathedral in Soissons.
I know,
and the bells
were so loud.
It was just hysterical at the end.
It's amazing how complicated it can get. Even making this week's video, didn't have a problem with bells. We don't have that problem here in Bargoed. But traffic, we were filming.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
We were filming at 6 o'clock in the evening so that the traffic and everything else will have calmed down. That's why all the shops were shut. That's why some of the shutters were down and we were filming through windows. Because the only way to film in our town, because it's so noisy, was to film in the evening. But still, the traffic would come through. And where they've partially pedestrianised the town and made it single track, they've put these sort of grids that cover the drain. And they're like a metal grid. And the cars run over them and they just rattle, 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 rattle. So we were forever stopping. Oh, it was just
forever to film.
It's just crazy sometimes. And Caroline said we were up in the park filming. And obviously you've got the kids, you know, all laughing and joking and everything. That's fair enough. But then we went to film and there was an aircraft going over.
Very slowly.
And it reminded me of something an old friend of mine said. She passed away 20 years ago and she was 90 odd when she went. And she turned around one day and she said, Phil, it's never quiet anymore. And I thought, sounds pretty quiet to me, because she was the only one living in her house and she was in the back room. She said, listen, you can hear the rumble of the traffic. You can hear the planes going over. She said, when I was a child, we could sit in silence. She said, I never ever hear silence anymore. And I thought that was an interesting observation.
I noticed now, I'm aware of sound because I'm filming and Phil doesn't notice, he's trying to remember what he's going to say, but I can hear all these sounds. And sometimes I'll sit in the garden and think, oh, this is lovely and peaceful. And then I can hear the distant hum of the road. And then I can hear somebody's lawnmower go. And then I can hear somebody else working in their shed. Then somebody's dog is barking across a valley. Then a plane goes over and you think, it's not really that peaceful, but we tone these things out normally. Yeah. But when you're watching a video, it's really frustrating when there's background noise. But our camera doesn't have an external mic thing to put in it, so we're stuck to using the camera mic, so we get all the ambient sounds.
But it works out.
It does. Works. Now, we've been talking for ages. We've been very chatty mood tonight.
We've got, Ed wants to know, is Manky coming with us?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't disappear just before
the plan is he is. We've got his passport sorted. Yeah. That was another nightmare.
Terrible. Because, of course, his original place of birth was China.
Yeah, so that raised all sorts of questions. But we've got his sorted, and he should, if he behaves himself. Because sometimes we plan to take him with us, and when we get there, he's done a bunk. He's decided to go off with his mates. So, yes, that should be happening. And somebody else, Ruthie was saying that they're travelling next weekend, so they're really happy because they're not going to miss anything.
No, you won't. But there should be some good things when we get back. Hopefully. And Lexi said, are you going to be taking plenty of bags for life? Yes. I plan on packing the car to the roof. I love the Brocantes.
Of course. France is where we purchase our bags for life as well.
Yes,
we always keep an eye out, and if we see a French bag for life with a pattern we haven't got, we buy it.
We got a Dutch one we bought from. Yeah.
Well, we were using one today. Gosh, how long ago was that? We were using one today from 2017.
That was the 25th wedding anniversary. So when was that?
It? So that was a long time ago.
It was, wasn't it?
That was an awful long time ago, dear, because we're coming up to our 42nd.
Yep.
17 years ago, I found a bag for life today. I was using it in the shop today in Asda's, and it was bought 17 years ago on holidays in France. So that shows the quality. The bags for life over there, you know, it worries me. I look at the bags for life they sell in Britain and think, if that's going to last my lifetime, I don't think I've got long to go. No. Because they look like they're on their last legs. They look in a worse state than me. But, we'll be buying bags for life, taking bags for life.
Yep.
Caroline will be taking her craft stuff.
I know. I can't wait to have it. I'm having a couple of hours and I decide what I'm taking, because I'm going to be... Oh, sorry, I suppose I'm going off topic here. But I'm going to be doing a lot more journaling, and I want to do another altered book. I made an altered book when we were in Aberporth, and I really enjoyed it, so I've got to decide what I'm taking with me, and I'm really excited. Anyway, we really need to have a question.
Yeah. Hopefully, Peggy, I'm sorry that we're freezing up on yours. I'm hoping
right.
I don't see anyone else mentioned anything, but...
Got to interrupt a second. Christina Midazaki, thank you so
much.
Oh,
thank you.
A 55 Swedish crown super chat, and a lady giving us a cup of coffee. Thank you ever so much. That's lovely. Thank you, Christina. We really do appreciate that.
Indeed we do. Indeed we do.
Right.
Anne Goodwin, bags for life. In the UK, they tried to do away with disposable carrier bags. So the bags they replaced them with, the term they initially put on them were bags for life. They certainly aren't there anymore, but some of the earlier ones, like I say, we got them 17 years old, so they call them bags for life. So you buy your carrier bag, but Carly's just bringing the one that we bought 17 years ago. So there we go.
For life. And it's got, see the one, this is posh, it's got all like seals with covering on, and then pretty pictures, and that's where we went on holidays. You see, this is a bag for life.
Because Wales was actually one of the front runners in banning free disposable carrier bags. You could get them free in England for years after, but they said you have to charge 5p for every free bag, and the 5p has to be given to charity. They raised millions, didn't they? But also they got people to stop just going out and grabbing a dozen bags, and they were all going into landfill. So that's the idea behind that.
Well, Lexi said, anyone else have a bag for life filled with bags for life? Yes.
Yeah.
That's us.
I got two bags for life. And what I like to do, Lexi, I don't know if you do the same, I put the bags for life inside each other, a bit like the Russian dolls. So that when I'm out, I've got a bag for life in my hand, but it's actually 6, because I go shopping with this lady. And if we're doing car boot sales, if we're doing brocons, if we're doing a run through the charity shops, I never know what we're coming home with. So I have some with long handles, some big, some small, and then I fill it, and when the bag's full, I lift the handles off the one out, put that in this hand, and then I've still got 5 in that hand. And sometimes, if you look at the old videos, you'll see me carrying milk churns, 3 bags for life, goodness knows what.
Oh, I think the worst one was I bought a room divider. It was this high, 3 panels with lovely vintage fabric in. And I had it for €1. I just couldn't leave it there. Poor Phil. It was really heavy.
I love the way Karen says I couldn't leave it there. In other words, she couldn't let me leave it there.
But they say you don't get a dog and bark yourself.
Did you want to do a question?
I will, but before we do, Peggy said, sorry to leave you so soon. This freezing is annoying, but I'll watch later. Well, if this is a rerun, hope you're enjoying it, Peggy, this time round.
That's okay, Kate.
Right then, let's have a look. What are we doing? Question.
I thought you
I'm confused now.
I thought you were going to ask me for a question.
Let's have a question.
Okay, you know how it works, folks. Multiple choice makes it simple. So the first question is, in Wales, of course, just to confirm as well, in case anyone new is in, the questions are somehow related to the video. This one is directly related to the video because in Wales, as well as the dragon on the flag, we also have 2 emblems. Because most countries have an emblem, some have an animal, such as our dragon, and then some have an animal, and they will have a flower. Well, we got a flower as well as the daffodil, and of course we've also got a leek. Now, as someone made mention in comments on the video, Max Boyce had a leek, giant one, when he was doing his show. But in our town, we have giant daffodils. And what a perfect backdrop for our intro that I was able to stand in front of the giant daffodils. Simple question, how many daffodils were there? Was it A, 2, B3, C4.
Go.
You can use the numbers or the letters.
Ooh.
What do you think? How many daffodils? It was stood behind me, and not only were they stood behind me, but also Caroline did one of the musical shots and showed the daffodils. How many people remember how many daffodils there were?
Interestingly, though, I'm saying about sound and how you notice that. You don't notice dirt until you're filming things. And then I looked up at the daffodils and I thought, gosh, they could really do with a good wash. And sometimes we stood somewhere, we start to film, and I say to Phil, no, we've got to move because there is rather tasteless graffiti on the wall.
Explicit remarks.
But when we went into an old priory up in Scotland, I had to apologise, and there was so much graffiti on the walls. I said, I'm sorry if there's something that's offensive. I think I've checked everything, but you never know. Yeah. So,
well, there's answers are coming in thick and fast, and we've got a good variety of answers too. We're all across the board.
Oh, Beata says we call them narcissan. We call them narcissi.
Yeah,
so
daffs.
It's very similar. Daffs.
Daffs. A daffodilly.
Daff's the bog common. What do they call it? Common.
Bog standard.
Bog standard common garden name is daffodils.
Yeah.
I got there in the end.
Yeah, but
right, so
now who got it right? Well, interestingly enough, we have got a fair spread, and initially the correct answer wasn't as popular as some others. Because the correct answer, folks, is 3. 3. Now, some people may remember seeing 2 and thought there was something at the back and assumed 4. Some people may have seen the 2 and thought there were 2, but there are actually 3 of them. There are 3 of them, I assure you. Check the video if you don't believe me, but it's true. So, that means that we are looking for B. And it's now then. Now then. This is interesting, yeah, now, because Beata, they're on the Go podium. But Mini Beast...
Well done, Beata.
Yes, now Mini Beast is on the silver podium, but I do notice that Mini Beast was the second answer in A, the 4th answer in C, and the 6th answer in B. So I think they're covering all bases
they got there in the end.
But on the other hand, one could be Mum, one could be Dad, and one could be Mini Beast.
You never know with Mini Beast.
So there we go. Mini Beast is on the next podium. And then I've got to come down a little bit to Andrea. Andrea Maserati.
Well done, Andrea.
And a quick mention for Rachel and Dan, because it was Andrea, Rachel and Dan 3 in a row. So there, it's a split-second decision of the internet who comes through. But our board leaders on the first question are Beata, Mini Beast and Andrea.
And Catherine said, I said B because plants look better in odd numbers. I quite agree.
There we go.
They always do. Do they 1, 3, 5? Well, not so much 1. It's a bit boring. But 3, 5, 7 is much better than 2, 4, or 6.
What was that thing we learnt in Toastmasters about 3s? There was some term there, the power of 3 or something, wasn't it? Where if you say this, and that, it's more powerful than saying this and this, or this, and that. If you go to 4 or 2, it doesn't work as powerfully as 3. So if I'm writing a speech for a service and I'm talking about somebody's characteristics, then I may say they were clever, they were caring, and they were clever, caring, and creative. So you try to use the same letter if you can, but you try to use 3. So that, and that.
It runs through a lot of things, because in art you've got the rule of thirds. I don't know if you've heard of the rule of thirds, but like if you had a square, let's pick up a square, okay? And if you drew 2 lines there, so you break this into thirds and this into thirds, if you put the focal point where those crosses meet, then it makes a much nicer composition.
So now you know.
That's what they say.
See, you even get art lessons here, I tell you. The art lessons.
Oh, there you go. Phyllis said rule of thirds for photos.
There we go. Talking of photos.
Thank you, Jeannie.
We've had some lovely photos on the Facebook this week.
Yeah, we have.
And in fairness, Kate's been taking some brilliant photos out with Oliver.
Yes, they've been busy.
I've got to be honest, mind. Usually when people show you their holiday pictures, you're looking for smiling, happy people playing on the beach. But in fairness, Kate's pictures do have a beautiful smiling face of Oliver on one. but all the rest are bugs. But incredibly well shot.
Yeah.
Spiders, butterflies, and all sorts. So, yeah. I'm thinking of photos as well. We put up 2 photos this week. I put a photo of the view and the mist in the valley, and someone used the phrase dragon's breath for the mist, and I thought that was lovely. And I also put up the best shot I could get, because it was a slightly cloudy evening, of the super blue moon. And Ed took a picture as well, except Ed said if I tried to take it out of my window, I just got the building next door. So he was out for a walk.
Oh, lovely
at
idea.
midnight,
I missed that.
Yeah, to take the picture. But Ed raised an interesting point, because coming back to what we were saying about noise pollution, as Ed said, if he'd gone into the park, he may have got a better shot, because he'd been away from the street lights. Because we do have a big problem of light pollution now.
Oh, yeah.
But as he said, on the other hand, he could have gone into the park at midnight and gone mugged. So
Yes.
he decided
Oh, yeah, you don't want to go too far off piste in the
he'd
night.
take the best shot he could with the street lights. He didn't fancy being in the dark in a park. at
I don't
midnight.
like, if there's nobody in the house, I don't like going down the garden in the dark. You just never know. When we had a dog, I didn't mind, because if anybody come in the garden, she would have barked and gone bonkers. But now, if I'm on my own, I'd rather not go out in the dark. I'm a big baby.
Ed said the bugs were smiling too. Andrea saying how much she loves Kate's photos. And Beata said she tried to take a picture of the blue moon as well.
I tell you, I don't know if you notice, like with my phone, if I try taking a picture, I've got a terrible camera on my phone, and it just puts it so far in the distance. You've got this little tiny thing, and if you explode, do this, whatever that is, then to zoom in, it just turns into a blob of fuzz. So my phone wouldn't do anything with it.
No, I just went out the front and just took the best shot I could and tried to get the palm leaves in so that it gave it some dimension, so that you could see the light behind the shadow. So I thought it came out okay, that's why I put it up. But the one I took out the back, I was even impressed, but I took it.
Ooh, I'm impressed myself.
No, but somebody said it looks like a picture, it looks like a painting. It did. It really did. And I hadn't photoshopped it at all. I just take the picture with my camera on my phone and just stick it up. But yeah, there's been some lovely pictures going up. Fair play.
Now, Alexi said it's not people she's worried about in the dark, it's rats. Now, I don't mind rats, because as long as you make a noise, then, and you don't cook, well, that's what when we were in Girl Guides and we went camping for a week, they said there are rats around because we were on a farm, and they said they're in the barn, but don't worry, you're going to get the milk, but don't corner them. The only time they'll attack is if they feel threatened. Other than that, they're just going to run away. And in the whole week, they never attacked any of us. So I just make a noise if I'm going somewhere where I think there could be rats, and they run away. One day, when I'll have a big plaster on the end of my nose where I've had a rat hanging from it or something. But so far, it's worked.
And of course, as well as the statues that we showed this week, because we had the statue of the angel, the daffodils that were just in the question, and the miners' heads, all looking very good.
Yep.
There was also a very interesting picture of a statue on the Facebook group, and that was the puffin.
Yes, that was very
Now
good.
that was quite
I like that in
that
the
was
garden.
quite incredible. That was, and that was taken by Yvonne, and that was a huge puffin statue, but made completely out of scraps of plastic waste picked up from the beach. And I thought, how clever is that? Because it is an excellent creation. It's a brilliant piece of artwork. But also it says to people, all this plastic was on our beach. You know, we need to do something about it. Without actually banging at them, it sort of brings it home. You say to them, look at this. Wow, that's incredible. We made this from the rubbish that's washing up on our beach. And it makes people think, wow, that's a lot of rubbish. So it's beautiful to see how cleverly people are using art to educate. A bit like the bees were down in Cardiff, that beautiful display, but also letting people know the bees need our help, sort of thing. So yeah, lots of good things happening
Right
on
then,
Facebook.
we need to be getting on. Should we have another question, and then we'll do something? Phil's got some happy news, and I've got something a bit different.
Ooh.
Oops, I can't get a question.
I won't answer.
Oh no, it's gone again.
Oh no.
Remember it went last time?
It's gone
again.
now. We
It
haven't
was working, and now it's not.
Here we go. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's question time. Ooh.
Yep, no, it's
There we
completely
go.
frozen.
Me and Manky got it covered. Don't worry. We've doing our own
I don't know
logos
why
there.
it does it to me.
Yeah, it's
My
a
computer
glitch.
hates me.
It's a glitch. Have you still got thingy? Is that still working?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's okay then, just as long as you got it ready for when you do the thing. Okay. The new shopping area in our town has been named after a famous artist. As you all know if you've seen the video, because we showed the sign. Is it called A, the Turner Plaza, B, the Picasso Plaza, or C, the Lowry Plaza?
Go. Oh, the art's definitely working.
Which artist do you think it is? A, Turner, B, Picasso, or C, Lowry?
Now, Anne said, great improv, Phil. And Linda said, I like Phil's version. So there you go. Oh, Manky could be redundant.
No, that was Manky.
Oh, yeah, it was
me
Manky.
Me and Manky.
Yeah.
It's a double act.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you try and come between me and my panda.
Oh, well, I'll just go then.
Oh, talking of pandas as well. Our Ed's been up to his panda recreations again using AI. So we've had pandas off Ed. We've had pizzas off Ed, homemade. Paella off Ed.
I tell you, Ed's quite a nifty little cook.
Oh, and not only is he doing AI and doing his home cookery plan pictures, he's also made far too many bats out of bottles.
Yep.
Out of plastic milk containers, turning out bats. She's been a busy boy, as well as wandering the streets at midnight taking pictures of super blue moons.
So don't forget, if you've made anything, whether you want to show us what you're having to eat or what you've created or anything at all, then stick a picture on. We'll enjoy looking at it.
We've even had a blast from the past, in as much as we had a little bit of mudlarking on there.
Yes,
yeah, we
did.
We did. We had a video from Home Crafty.
Yes.
Yeah, out with their dog Jemima, I think, the dog's name. I thought it was Babs because she called her Babs on the things. I know her name's actually Jemima. And do you know what they found? They found Ridge Pottery.
Doesn't everybody?
What is a mudlark without Ridge Pottery? And actually said the catchphrase as well.
That's the way.
Okay, folks, lots and lots of answers in. Let's see where we're going. Oh, gosh. There's no way I'm going to try and say that. Yeah.
What's that?
I struggle with your name, Meg. Not even going to manage.
Okay, I'll have a laugh. Papagayan Toucher.
Because a puffin is a parrot diver. Yeah, parrot diver.
There we go.
There
I suppose, it does look a bit like a parrot. And do they dive? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there we go then.
It's fish, doesn't
Makes
it?
sense.
Here we go. Right then. So, the question was, what is the name of the new shopping area? Because where we've got Iceland's a job centre and the fish shop and everything, all the new ones up above, the new Morrisons, all of that has been, part of the town was demolished. They relayed the land. It was a massive job, wasn't it? Massive job as they built all that. And they named it after a famous artist. And you want to know if it's Turner, Picasso or Lowry. And we've had a few people go for Turner, but they're wrong. Because the answer is actually Lowry.
Lowry Plaza.
Reason being, famously, as mentioned towards the end of the video, and I have mentioned in a previous video when we went down at the river in Bargoed, Lowry asked his driver to stop the car as he came around a bend above Bargoed town. He took drawings, he went home and he did a massive painting of the view down through the valley, through Bargoed town, with the town on the right and the colliery and all the workings in the centre.
There we are, we're famous.
So there is a famous Lowry picture, a big painting by Lowry, and it's entitled Bargoed. So he painted it, so they cashed in and put his name on the plaza. So who was the first person to get it first? I'm sorry, Mini Beast made me smile there. First person with the C, Dan Fetters.
Well done, Dan.
And then Mini Beast has got the silver again. And this time, Mini Beast has put in one line C, C, and C.
Family harmony, I imagine. You've all said C. Done.
But you've
well done to the Mini Beast family.
And you've all got to cutch up tight and stand on the podium together. And then on the bronze podium, it's Judy Erickson.
Well done, Judy.
So it's Dan, the Mini Beast family, and Judy. They've got the... But it seems to be, on the first page of answers, it seems to be a split between... Yeah, it's all a split between two, all the way down, in fact. It seems to be all the way down. Yeah, I don't think...
What?
Oh, only one person went for the Picasso answer.
Right.
Everybody else, they were split between Turner and... Probably because Turner did a lot of paintings in Wales.
I think P. Mitch said...
Yeah, that's the same. That's the one, I think.
Right, yeah. Nobody else.
No, all the rest were A's and C's. Yeah. P. Mitch was the
Unless
only
you know
one.
it, though. It's a difficult one to guess, isn't it?
Yeah, but of course, Lowry, famous connection, because of course his big projects, the one everybody knows him for is his Matchstick Men and Matchstick Cats.
I mean, you could tell that the one he painted at Bargood was definitely Lowry style. You would recognise it straight away.
That it was, because it was a distant view, he didn't have characters in, then you wouldn't see the walking people, which were
but
big.
if you think of the whole painting, I don't know, could just be me. How look it up if you put in Bargood and Lowry.
You'll see the picture of our town as it was in the 60s. When I was just a boy.
Oh, Ed said my brain typed A, but I knew it was Lowry. Right then, I've got something to show you. We've got no jingles, but I can't think of a jingle I could use for this anyway. I had a load of Reader's Digest books from the 1959, 1961, that sort of area, and when I bought them, I bought them off eBay, and then I got them and they're really damp smelling, so they've been in a bag in the garage, and I've decided they're going. It's time for them to go, so I picked out some of the really nice things I wanted to use for journaling to take with me on holidays, and I'm going to lay them out in the sunshine so the smell goes. And I thought I'd show you some of the adverts because they're lovely, and I like this one. Thought this is a good one to start you off with. Oh, just a second, I've got to stop. Albreda Velde. I can't chat because my Chromecast is preventing me from typing while the image is on the big screen. Have a lovely holiday. Thank you so much, Albreda.
Thank you so much.
$20 super chat.
That's very kind
thank you.
of
That
you.
really is kind of you. Thank you so much, and we really do appreciate that. Thank you.
And I tell you what, we will take that and see what damage we can do in the Brookons with that.
Oh yes, that'd be fun.
We will go on a $20 spending spree in the Brookons.
No, I couldn't possibly.
See what we can come back with, and we'll show you what we got when we come back.
Yeah,
we'll put it on the film.
It's my favourite. That's the only thing we spend money on when we're away is the Brookons.
And then we'll bring it in, and we can have a show, a live show when we get back, showing you all the things we bought, and we'll put them up in the video.
Yes.
So thank you ever so much. That'll be great fun.
Right then. So there we go. Did someone say chocolate? And that's an old Nestle's advert, or Nestle we call it now. We used to call it Nestle in those days, but now they put the accent on. So I thought that one just reminds me of me. And all your hair needs is Brill Cream, to give it the Brill Cream bounce.
Oh yes, we've got some Brill Cream bottles around the place from over different decades.
Oh, I know, lots of different sizes, and you can tell, can't you?
Indeed.
And we got, look at this, Roundtree's Food Gums.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, I remember those used to really stick
to your teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do them anymore. They still do the pastels.
But I don't know if they do those.
No, they're probably the Dental Association.
Does anybody remember these adverts? I don't remember these, but then if it was like 61, I wasn't born until 64.
Oh, I remember this one. So, I remember these.
Let's put my glasses on because he's... To keep his mind on the game, I remind him every time it was his move. Hardly surprising then that I won hands down, and I think I know where his thoughts were. For he produced today a box of those gorgeous black magic chocolates, those delicious centres, and said, and we'll never know what he said. See, they're playing a game that looks like Ludo to me. Doesn't look like chess. And... black magic. Do you remember that? They used to have a man all dressed in black, and he'd come on his helicopter, parachute down, land on top of a train, open the window, leave a box of chocolates, and go. I'm like, if I'd done all that, I think I'd hang around at least so she knew it was me. Strange man.
Mind you, the other guy was all because the lady loves milk tray, wasn't he?
Well, that was that one, was he?
I'm not sure. I think they had something similar with black magic.
Did they? Right, but yeah, I think I'm thinking of the milk tray man. Look at this, look at this. Macintosh's Quality Street. And there's my so there a hand there's got my favourite one, the purple one with toffee, like caramel and a nut inside, and Phil's is that one there, the green triangle. Phil likes that one, don't you? I think that's your favourite. I like the orange cream.
In it.
Yeah, I don't know, I can't see an orange cream on here. They've changed the orange cream.
And none of them have got the wrappers or anything anymore.
No, they're not the same.
I think even the triangles are not triangles anymore. They make them all square now and just wrap them in different colours. I tell you, the world's going to pot.
Look at this.
Even Quality Street's gone to pot.
Another Roundtree's Fruit Grams one. And remember this. I remember these.
Oh, yes.
And put my glasses on again. The lady saying, have you got the tickets? And he's saying, have you got the spangles? Do you remember spangles? Threepence. Ooh, life's always sweeter with spangles. I remember those. And
another spangle.
she's saying to him, have you got your licence? On the door jumps, he's saying, have you got your driving licence? And she's saying, have you got your spangles? I love those. And there's one more I'm going to show you because this could go on for hours.
Yeah, she's got a lot.
Yeah.
She's got an awful lot.
But this one, right now, I'm not condoning what this says because this is of its time, but I thought it's so funny. I'm going to read it to you. How I made life easier for my wife and for me without spending a fortune. You're going to love this. Wash days used to be really tough on my wife. She just became more and more irritable. It was partly my fault, but I just couldn't afford to spend £100 or more for an automatic washing machine. Then we discovered Imperial's Super Automatic. It has more automatic features than most other machines, yet it cost only 79 guineas. And it's worth every penny. Brace yourselves, ladies. It really washes cleaner, but what's more important, my wife is a pleasure to come home to. Now, wouldn't you like that? Ooh, this one man's going to get a cricket bat over the head.
Now,
Just find that very amusing.
we had lots of sweets and chocolates, and we've had a
Go
washing
on, then
machine.
you be the sensible one.
But no, just to show, look at that, folks. £415 plus purchase tax for a brand new family car. Now that can't be bad. It costs that now. It costs more than that to insure the thing these days. So that was the Hillman. But look at this one. Don't look. Yep. This was £565. It's not as big, but it's still a super car. 'Cause it says on the bottom, Hillman Super In. It's the advert for that. And I just thought this picture was a cracker of a Boeing jet. That's of its time, innit? That really is. That's holidays, that is for sure.
Well, I will show you this one. It says, new Westinghouse Continental range cooks as good as it looks. And I thought that is such a good picture because I've never really taken a picture of me and Phil in the kitchen. And that is what I look like when I'm cooking.
You do,
I do.
me.
I always wear a long dress, an evening dress, and I have my hair curled up on
Definitely,
the ends.
that's us.
And yep, so that is so much like
That's
us.
us. She is the hostess with the
I am-
mostess, and I'm the man with the dicky
If
bow.
you think of us making dinner, that's what we look like.
Yeah, I'm there with my Airy Bikers cookbook and my dicky bow.
Oh yes, we are
Right.
very elegant.
I've got one more of your adverts, but I took it out because it's related to a question. So
Right.
here we go. It's question time. Right.
Ooh, ready for Halloween, that one.
Yeah. Here we go, folks. Here is one of Caroline's pages and adverts showing Lego. Every age is lost in Lego. Lego, true building.
Yes, Linda, I am going to do some crafting, some journaling with these.
So, here we go.
Here we go.
Because you're thinking, how can you get a Lego question into a tour of Bargood? Easy. Because Caroline spotted some in a charity shop window. Lego is very popular and very collectible. As was proven by the price tag on that box of Lego at £40 in a charity shop window. But when the company launched its first building brick set called automatic binding bricks, that's what they call it. It was in Denmark and that's what they called it. I haven't translated that, they named it in English. In 1949, while it sold quite well, they were not the best-selling plastic toy to come from the Lego group during the early 50s. What item did they produce which outsold Lego in the early years? Was it A, a toy train, B, a toy tractor, or C, a toy bus?
Go.
And if it helps, we're talking Denmark.
I'm always aware of what's coming out on camera because I'm usually on the other side of the camera, and I keep saying, Phil's got this thing when he talks, he rubs his leg, and I'm just noticing. I'm looking the screen over there, and he's like, he must be giving you motion sickness. Because and you think it's because you're near the edge of the...
Keep going out.
Near the edge of the thing, you're sort of popping in and out.
You're picking on me. I just can't stay still. I'm sat here on this chair. I'm used to using my hands when I talk, and that's not allowed.
It makes a change, so usually feel
I know, I'm not swinging back and forth. I'm just moving about. I'm always on the go. Anyway, how's the answers going?
Dear.
I was thinking, what on earth set her off this time? Let's
Phil's going to try keeping still now.
Ooh. Right there.
Right. Ooh. Who's first? Have we got a winner?
We have.
The tension is building.
Yeah, well, we've got a winner.
Who is it?
The answer
Yes.
is a toy tractor.
Right.
It was a Ferguson tractor made by the Lego Group, because Lego originally, the company, the firm, the old man, had a furniture business. He started making some wooden toys, and they called the toy section Lego, which is two Danish words put together, and it means a part of two Danish words joined together, which means play well. And that was the name of the company years before they came up with the plastic brick. They didn't invent the plastic brick. Company in Britain sent them some bricks and said, what do you think of these? And they said, oh, they're brilliant. Can we do something with them? He said, carry on, because we can't sell the things. So they adapted them and changed them, came out with their brick set, which they named, as I say, the automatic binding bricks. But in the early years, that was outsold by the Ferguson tractor. And then the rest, as I say, is history, because actually Lego was voted Toy of the Century. So they really took off after the event. But it was a toy tractor, which means, now I don't know how many people are in Mini Beast's house tonight. There's usually 3 of them. But Mini Beast was the first answer and put BB, BB and B. So that's 5 of them are on the podium.
You must have a house full tonight.
It sounds like they're having a Let's Go party, and there's 5 of them on the first podium, because B is the correct answer. Next on the silver podium, Dan Fetters, followed immediately by Mike Sage.
Well done.
So we got Mini Beast and friends are all on the top. Then we've got
Mini Beast.
Dan Fetters, and then we've got Mike Sage.
And well done, Mike.
And just to mention, Mike and Lisa, thank you so much for your email and the lovely pictures. You weren't with us last week. Well, you kind of were, because I think Mike came in and said, I can't be with you on the phone. But you sent some lovely pics, and we were hoping to show them where you were. We're going to show everybody where you were, because, of course, you were at the provincial park on the beach by the lake, picking blueberries and having fun with the family. Yes. And we would have shared those pictures, except we only just got on air as it was, and Caroline realised after she started the countdown that she hadn't uploaded the pictures. But thank you for sending those, and well done on getting yourself a podium place with the bronze. So there we are, folks. Lego. Not as popular in the early days as it has become in more recent times.
Now, Ellen Lander said, Lego is Let's Go with a few letters missing, and of course no Caroline and Phil.
It is, good, very good.
Oh, I wonder if we could get a commission for promoting their toy through our name.
Well, something I found interesting when I was doing the research on Lego today, and that is that it has stayed within the family. That I think it's the grandson of the gentleman who had the furniture company isn't still the director of the firm.
Right.
They've gone through a few changes over the time, and they've had to make a lot of alterations, but they're still there and still producing one of the most popular toys in the world that was beaten for the first few years by a tractor.
Now, it's interesting, Anne said, my kids love playing with Legos, and that's something I've noticed is in America you call them Legos, and over here we call them Lego. It's Lego singular, Lego block, or Lego blocks, but it's always Lego. Whereas you call them Legos. That's interesting.
There we go. So see, now you know. Anyway, now we're going to have some happy news.
Right,
See, I haven't got a jingle, so I got to do it like I say. I've had to sing my own jingle. Happy,
No, I
happy,
definitely haven't,
happy
because everything's
news.
frozen on my screen, so...
Right. The robber turned runner is helping young people stay on the straight and narrow. 10 years ago, John McAvoy was serving a double life sentence for armed robbery. Today, he's a multiple world record holding triathlete and founder of a new project training and mentoring disadvantaged young people through the lens of trail running. To get away from bad influences while in prison, John tried to spend as much of his time as possible in the gym, where his favourite activity was on the rowing machine. A prison officer, Darren Davis, saw the sort of times that John was achieving, and he came in with a piece of paper. On it he had written the British and world indoor records for people using the rowing machine. He offered to get the necessary permissions and supervisions to help John to break the records. Within 18 months, he'd broken the lot. John said, "Without Darren, there would be no me. He is a remarkable human being." And to this day, Darren has never missed one of John's races. In the Alpine Run project, John is helping 13 disadvantaged young people transform their lives through sport, mentorship, and his own incredible example. In collaboration with the charity Youth Without Borders, John is leading the group through a 6-month programme that will end with each of them racing the grueling Ultra Trail de Mont Blanc, which sounds like you run up Mont Blanc. Which, if they say grueling, doesn't sound like it's for me. No. They are just the first cohort of what he intends to be a much larger project, planning to take in 100,000 young people with disadvantaged backgrounds from cities all over Europe, getting them out into nature, doing the trail running, and his goal is to do this by 2027, to take 100,000 young people. The Alps hold a special significance for John after he became obsessed with the Tour de France while he was in prison, and he now lives and trains in the Alps. "I want to help other people experience this place," he tells her. "I want to unlock doors for these young people to see how big and beautiful the world is, to show them that it's obtainable." So I thought that was extremely inspiring. I thought, it's wonderful that, and it's that knock-on effect. If the prison officer hadn't seen this young man who was doing a double life sentence, saw that he was working out in the gym, he could see he was trying to stay away from the bad influences within the prison, trying to keep him to himself. If he hadn't come in and encouraged him, as John said, without him there'd be no me. But now he is hoping to touch the lives of 100,000 young people and catch them before they end up in a prison and give them hope and an outlet for their creativity and activity. So I thought, what a cracking story. I'm going to share that tonight, and hopefully it'll make a lot of people feel a lot better about a lot of things, because we're getting a lot of bad news that'll find its way to us without any effort. But sometimes it's nice to hear the good stories. The heartwarming story. So there we go. One good story.
Right. So then, let's have another question, I think. Oh, I can't do a question, can I?
No, but I can.
Had my hands chopped off.
It's question time.
You're
Okay.
very excited nowadays.
I know, he's very excited, Nanky is. When Bargoed boy James Fox represented the UK in the Eurovision Song Contest in 2004, there were 24 countries taking part in the competition. This year, there were 37 countries taking part. How many were there in the very first Eurovision Song Contest of 1956? Was it A, 7, B, 14, or was it C, 21?
Go.
How many do you think? It was 24 in 2004, 37 this time. How many do you think were there in 1956 when it all kicked off?
Right, while you're all putting those answers in, I just want to say when it comes to the end of the show, I'm going to have to just pull my wires out because I can't shut down the stream. So it's all just going to go weird. I'll just unplug my camera and my microphone, so I'm not sure what will happen. And eventually, so just go away. The stream could keep running forever until I figure out what to do, so don't hang about. Don't worry thinking it's not over, it is over.
What we could do is we could slowly sort of just go like this. See, just go like this.
Yeah.
And you could go that way, and I'll go
Do you think anybody would notice if we sort of...
And then they'll kind of know it's over. And then we'll come back and
We
unplug
can
it.
even go down.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that'd be easier for you than me. You're nearer the floor to start with.
I could turn the camera up and it looked like we were going down.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. We'll come up with something to do anyway. Right then, let's have a look at these answers. What do we get? Oh, I tell you what, we've got a variety of answers. We've got a fair few correct ones because there were only 7 countries in the first
That's
Eurovision
mad to think,
Song
isn't it?
Contest. But in fairness, it was jolly well European in those days because now we've gone from all over the world because we haven't got 37 countries in Europe. But the countries were Netherlands, Switzerland, Belgium, Germany, France, Luxembourg and Italy. And does anybody know who won? If you think you do, type in the answer. Which of those countries do you think won? But I will give you the answer to who's won now because the first correct answer being A. Oh, see, one of the contending countries, Germany. Beata's there.
Well done, Beata.
Beata's there with A. And then, hello, Adam. Comes straight in and jumped on a podium.
Well done, Adam.
And then Sally Sendor.
Well done, Sally.
Followed immediately by Mike and Judy. Mike Sage and Judy Erickson also straight behind Sally with A as well. But the podium places go to Beata, Adam and Sally tonight on that question. A Eurovision Song Contest. See, we can get anything in because, see, we had Mr. Fox and James Fox and he was the UK chosen person to sing on that occasion.
Now, thinking about the Eurovision Song Contest, for those of you who watch it, is it a big thing over in America? Have you heard of the Eurovision Song Contest? I don't know. But, like, I do remember ABBA one with Waterloo. That's one of the most famous. I like the Spaceman song with a man with very long hair. Am I right that Lulu won that with Puppet on a String? Or am I making that up?
Possibly she did.
I'm trying to think of any...
We've won it 5 or 6 times.
Oh, didn't we win once with the people where they ripped their skirts off?
Nolan Sisters.
No. The Nolan Sisters never ripped their skirts off.
Yeah.
And Bucks Fizz.
Bucks
Fizz. Did
they win? Possibly,
there was some questions. Did Lulu win and did Bucks Fizz win?
Nope, I've never heard of it.
Right.
Oh, it's a big cultural thing over here. It started, as I say, in 1956 with just 7 countries. It has grown and grown and grown. We have representations now from Israel and around the world.
Lulu won with Boom Bang a Bang. There we go. So she did win, but different song.
And it became a bit of a joke in the end because the same people were always winning. And then it became very political. It was amazing. You could see all the satellite countries of Russia always voted 10 points to Russia just to keep in with the Kremlin. And then when the British politicians upset everybody in the early noughties, then we were getting ne pois from everybody because they didn't like our politics. So it became so political. And the only thing that saved it in this country was a gentleman by the name of Terry Wogan. Because Terry Wogan is a wonderful Irish presenter on radio and then came on TV and he became the institution because he would just laugh his head off. He goes, and he would make fun of the scoring and everything, but he kept it entertaining. But it survived and it's still going. And last year it was won by the Ukraine. And of course, partially it was an excellent song, but partially because of so much sympathy with them at the time. But then the country that wins hosts the next Eurovision Song Contest, which was a bit difficult because Kiev is still a war zone. And I'm sure all our thoughts go out to the people there tonight as they're still battling in their country. So what they did was they actually held it here in Britain. We came second, So we held it in Ukraine's name because they couldn't do so. But whoever wins, they move the whole caboodle to them for the next year. And loads of people now throw parties. They have
Well, they all dress up in.
Yeah, they dress up in some people in silly outfits and stuff, and they all sit down and try and guess the winner.
We don't watch it anymore, but I used to watch it when I was a child, just because there was so little on the telly. It was quite a big event to have something, and I do remember, like they would say, Royaume-Uni, nil point. Great Britain, no points.
Yeah, of course. And they would go to all different juries.
And they always speak in French and then speak in English.
They've speeded it all up now.
And
now the viewers get to vote.
Right.
Yeah, because to try and end the political bias of the juries, now you get viewer voting. And in countries outside of Europe, that people can vote. So everybody gets together, they're all voting on their favourites. And they make great fun with it. But there we go.
Sandy Shaw won with Puppet on a String.
Yeah. You know,
and
there was
Celine Dion won for Switzerland. Really? Oh, I didn't know Celine Dion had done it.
Yeah, there we go.
We won last one with Katrina and the Waves. Don't know that one. I only, if I hear the winning song a couple of times on the radio, then I'll know. But because I don't watch it. And they do the preliminary type things and they play all the songs and that. So it's not my thing anymore. I used to like it, but I'm not really into it.
A big shout out, special gold award to Rachel Bailey.
Oh.
Because she gets Switzerland for the winners of the very first one.
Oh, well done,
yeah,
Rachel.
We had a few guesses in, but the first correct answer that came in on the list, Rachel got Switzerland. And that is correct. They did win the very first Eurovision Song Contest.
Terry Wogan did sing the floral dance.
Yes, he did. That's
and don't sing it. I know Phil gets so tempted to sing things and then we get in trouble. Right then. Oh, Bonnie Tyler did it some years ago and the song was called Believe in Me. I don't remember that.
We've had lots of entries, but I know we've had a few winners over the years.
Yep.
But not in recent times.
No. Well, I don't. Did the man with Spaceman win? Wasn't he British?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Do you want to do the
Funky Gibbon? Do you remember that? Do the Funky Gibbon.
Do.
You're not allowed to do it. No.
I can go do because nobody will know.
Yeah, mustn't do anything else.
And then if you add to that in the similar beat,
be very, very careful.
The words that Caroline just said, you get the first line of the song.
Kills Phil not to be able to sing.
That was the goodies.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? What are the goodies? Yeah. It was the goodies.
The Black Pudding Bertha was another song, I think.
Right, shall we do
the
monkey question?
Oh, here we go.
Because we've only 2 minutes to go, and you know what they're like. Here we go. It's Monkey's question time.
Oh, yes, Catherine. I think Brotherhood of Man was Save All Your Kisses for Me, was it?
Right then.
And Sam Ryder came second behind Ukraine. Right, thanks. Rachel.
Here we go. How many times did Manky appear in this week's video? Was it 1, 2, or 3?
Go. Oh, some answers came in then before I press go.
They know the rules.
Here we go. Oh, let's have a look. Yes, Ribble Finds and Crafts is in again with their detailed count.
I tell you what,
you caught people out.
Caught a couple out.
Yep. Phil did the sneaky thing at the end.
Yeah. That was naughty, wasn't it? That was
very
a special
naughty.
edit. That was. I actually slipped Maggie in 3/4 of the way through, so I'm talking away and I'm saying that fun, and then when it came to the end, I said, "Don't forget, Manky appeared."
Yes.
Yeah, I said to Caroline, I want to recut that bit. Manky says he's got a plan. He thinks he can sneak in here and catch a few people out. Well, folks, the reality is, and we've got it defined there so beautifully by Steve at Ribble Finds and Crafts. We had on the daffodil statue, on the fence looking over the view, and in my pocket 30 seconds before the end of the video. So, the correct answer was 3. And although Ed Creative and Carlin Scott got in so eagerly before the go, They were then super fast because they reposted it and got in first and second after the goal. So it is. Our gold place goes to Ed. Our silver podium goes to Colin.
Well done, Colin.
And the bronze position goes to Judy Erickson.
Well done, Judy.
With a special mention for Ribble Finds and Crafts because they came fourth, but they had a lot of writing to do.
They did.
So they deserve a special,
Well done.
silver gilt. Well, folks, it's gone 10 o'clock. Where did the hour go?
I don't know. They were really quick tonight. I think we were too chatty tonight.
Oh, that's what it's about. We're here to chat.
If we had more time, I reckon we could just do the second hour of just chat. We'd be fine.
And thank you so much because there's 44 watching and we got 42.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Lovely.
Thank you
So many of you have put up the
I'll tell you what, are you one of the ones who didn't give us a thumbs up?
No,
you're watching,
you
you give us a thumbs up?
Yeah.
Perhaps I'm registered as watching it and I haven't done it.
We got 44 now.
Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you ever so much.
But just to say, as I said at the beginning, no live show for 2 weeks because we are on holidays, but we will endeavour. We've got sunny weather, so that's on our side. We've got a lot to do before Thursday. We've got sunny weather. If we can get 2 videos made and edited, then we will put them out.
And keep an eye out on the Facebook page because we'll be putting out little posts on there, little pictures and things wherever we can get a chance.
And for our friends who support us on Ko-fi, we will try to get a couple of
little
mini videos just for our supporters over there, just as a big thank you, because we do appreciate everyone, all that you do, all of your posts, all of your comments, all of your kind words and encouragement. We appreciate everything everyone does.
Yeah, so we will make the effort to get some Ko-fi videos out.
Yes, we will.
Right,
Okay, then,
so
folks.
Don't forget now, it's going to be a very messy ending, but we'll see you all next. Oh no, we're going to do this.
You slope that way, I'll slope this way.
And then we'll reappear because I'm going to turn the computer off.
Yeah.
Right then. So we'll see you all next time, but until then, don't forget.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye. Right, now you got to turn it off. What do you do? Do you pull the lead out?
I'm pulling the leads out now.